How's it going? So I've been living in Eugene for about 8 months now, and it's nice. You know, I actually grew up in New York and lived in Pennsylvania for about 3 years, so I can confidently say I enjoy living here. The one thing I noticed is that, you know, people always thought New York is all fast-paced and, you know, everybody's in the, you know, flashing lights and everything, but the real reason I love living in New York is pretty much the same reason why I love living here, and it's interacting with the people. You get a lot of crazy people out there. Like I know there's this one time when I was young, I actually was on the bus with my Uncle Moses and his friend. Now, unbeknownst to me at the time, his friend had just got out of prison. I mean, that morning he woke up in a cell, and then at 2 o'clock we're hanging out with this guy. Now, if I had known that prior, I probably would have had my brain a little bit more prepared to what I was going to witness. So we're on this bus for maybe about a few stops, and a girl decides to get up and leaves. As soon as the door closes behind her, this guy bolts straight to the seat and starts sniffing it. I don't know what's going on. My uncle looks over at me and he's just like, this isn't right, you know. And of course, if you knew my uncle, you know that actually this is a man who actually doesn't disapprove of a lot of things. Moses is the man who actually taught me phrases and lessons like hoes suck toes, or if she has no ass, she has no class. And my favorite is, if she's a virgin, maybe she'll do it in the butt. These are the things that he taught me. So of course, looking into this, I didn't really think anything, I didn't think he had any like real like problems or anything that he would disapprove of, but we were both looking at this guy, and he's as embarrassed as I am, and we're looking at this guy scratch sniff this neon orange bus seat, and he's just going to town until the point where he stops and he just looks back and says, "Hey Bo, come on man, it's fresh." And that was like, what's worse is I'm like 10, maybe 11. I don't know what he's talking about. He's yelling, he's sniffing the seat saying it's fresh. I'm thinking maybe she took a dump. I'm very scared. I want to leave the scene. I'm not really comfortable in this time, but it's funny how you can look at yourself as a kid and remember those like little things at the time that at the time make no sense because you're young and you're naive and your mind can't compute the little things that, you know, have these sexual connotations when you're walking around. Like, I remember I'd walk around and I'd pass my mother's room, and there were times, you know, we were entertaining, you know, she had a boyfriend or whatever, and I would hear the music playing, but she'd also have the TV on at the same time. I didn't understand this at the time. I just would, you know, blow it off and say, oh, she's an idiot, she doesn't know what she's doing. You can't watch Frasier and listen to music, that's stupid, it's stupid. But then, of course, you know, I didn't get it. I didn't understand it until the day that I wanted to bring my girlfriend over, you know, and things start happening, we start fooling around, and then, you know, I just instinctively, like genetics just pop up in me, and turn on the TV, I put on the iPod, blast on the air conditioning, put on a metronome, anything to make some noise so this way we could just like blend in with the sound so she wouldn't pay attention. But of course, afterwards, I'd come outside, go to the kitchen, drink some water, talk to my mom, and she'd be like, hey, you know, isn't it hard to, you know, watch Seinfeld and listen to music so much? I don't know what to tell her. I feel bad. I feel like I've learned from her. Well, you know, I kind of want to say something along the lines where, like, you know, I learned from the best, or, you know, the student becomes the master. And all I can come up with is payback. All right, thank you.